So it looks like Diablo 4 will support Direct Storage API, which is part of DirectX12 Ultimate on both Xbox Series consoles and PC. Let's look into this. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So today I would like to talk about Direct Storage API, which is part of DirectX12 Ultimate on both Xbox Series consoles and PC. Now the reason why I want to talk about this particular API is that looks like Diablo 4 will support that particular API, which is a fantastic news because after Forspoken, that would be like second game that would support it, well, at least when it comes to PC support, right? On Xbox there may be actually more games that do support it, but we haven't really heard about it, right? Like the whole velocity architecture revolves around Direct Storage API and stuff. That's very important part of it, really. So, and even Jason Ronald actually did confirm that some games actually do use it. Now let's go back to Diablo 4 and support for this particular API. How do we know this game supports it or will support it? Well, the thing is that there was this beta available for some people, and many people actually played that game already. And as you can see, somebody in Poland actually found out, well, somebody in Poland actually checked the files in the Diablo 4 beta on PC. And what they found is that Direct Storage DLL files are there, right? So that means that there's a support for that particular API there already, or maybe they are planning to support it. It's really difficult to say, really, because there's no official confirmation from developers. And like I said, like not every single developer will actually tell you everything about these technologies, right? Now, we would love to know, and there's a number of developers that actually do talk about, the technologies that they use there, but looks like that's not the case with Blizzard. Either way, these Direct Storage DLL files are there for a reason. So it's either, well, support is there already, even in beta, or they are planning to support it in a final version. Now, the interesting thing about this particular implementation is that it looks like they will be using, or they are using version 1.0, right? 0.2, so like a little bit upgraded version of the original, but that's still 1.0, which means that this particular API, this particular version of Direct Storage allows for faster access to files. CPU or GPU can access files faster, and actually many files at the same time, because for example, in the old ways, game engines would serialize data streaming and stuff. That's not necessarily the case with Direct Storage. Direct Storage allows to access many files at the same time, or at least more files at the same time, and that allows for better utilization of SSD. But that particular version does not support texture decompression on the GPU, because for that you need to implement version 1.1, and that's not the case here. But either way, that's a very good sign of developers actually trying to implement some of these next-gen features, and both on Xbox consoles and PC, because DirectX12 Ultimate and all its features, and Direct Storage is one of them, obviously, are supported when it comes to API and hardware on both PC and next-gen consoles, next-gen Xbox consoles, so Xbox Series S and X, right? So it's just a matter of time when developers more and more will actually invest in support for these features to get better results and stuff. And I don't really know whether Direct Storage has been implemented for Diablo 4 on Xbox Series consoles? I would imagine yes, because if it's there for PC, it's probably there for consoles as well. I'm not sure about, but like I said, there's different versions of that, right? So we don't even know which particular version Xbox would use as well. I mean, probably 1.02, so faster load times and better access to files and that kind of stuff. But this particular version probably wouldn't deal with texture decompression on the GPU block and that kind of stuff, right? So, but like I said, it's good to see that more and more developers actually invest their time in implementing these features. It's a must, because these features are there to boost not only performance but also load times, and allows to get rid of bottlenecks. And direct storage API is not necessarily about increasing performance per se, but it's there to get rid of data bottlenecks, right? So, like, in many old gen game engines, these game engines would grab the data, everything would have to go through CPU, some of that data would have to be decompressed on the CPU, which would obviously impact performance, the CPU performance, of course. And then you would have only very limited access to many files, because the way the old APIs have been created where with mechanical drive in mind, really, where everything is really serialized. And I know that mechanical drives have a couple of heads which read data. So in theory you could actually access a number of files at the same time, but that's still hugely limited. On SSD, there's no mechanical heads which reads data. Look, you can access, so many more files at the same time and download them at the same time, which just makes everything so much quicker, right? But me personally, I'm really looking forward to see like first games implementing the direct storage 1.1. Now on Xbox, it's pretty straightforward, because Xbox Series consoles do come with that texture decompression block, so that's not a problem. On PC, well, part of the GPU would have to actually deal with that. How would that affect the GPU performance? Well, we will have to wait and see, really, because I don't think there's any game that actually supports it, like the version 1.1. So far, there's only Forspoken, which supports version 1.0 on PC, because Forspoken is not on Xbox, at least not yet. And then now we've got Diablo 4, which is going to have that version 1.0 implemented, right? But like I said, it's good to see that developers are actually investing their time in implementing some of these features. So, slowly but surely they will implement more and more. So, they will implement version 1.0 first and see how that works. Then they will upgrade it to version 1.1. Then they will move on to some other features, like hopefully mesh shaders and that kind of stuff. Although the thing with mesh shaders is actually quite complicated from what I've heard. So that may take a while. Another interesting thing which makes, I guess, this particular case very interesting is that this is not really a proper current gen game, like a next gen game, because Diablo 4 is coming to last gen consoles as well. So looks like, if developers have resources, there's nobody stopping them from implementing all these features on next gen consoles, even though they release these games on last gen consoles as well. But hey, Blizzard is a very rich company. They've got a lot of resources, so I guess they can do it no problem. But not everyone is like that, I guess. So guys, very good news. Looking forward to hear more about this next gen tech. By the way, GDC starts today. So game developer conference. It will probably last a couple of days, so we may actually learn way more about new technologies, these next gen consoles, PC tech as well. So I'm really looking forward to watch some of these conferences and then read all about these new tech and features and whatever is coming next this year, next year, and future years. We'll see how that goes. But anyway, I will keep you updated. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks a lot for tuning in. Thanks for support. I really appreciate it. Don't forget to like, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and I will see you all in the next one. Take care.